Hi guys, it's Miss Jackson. I just wanted to create a real quick video answering a couple of questions that I've received from a few students. I thought if a few students had questions, then the rest of you may have some of the same. So I'm going to walk you through the individual pieces of this project so that there's no misunderstanding what's expected. So first off, you're going to be creating your own element. So there's nowhere to go to get the quote unquote right answer for this. You're going to create it yourself, and based on some of the choices you make, you're going to provide original information. All right. So when we go through, these are all of the items you need to incorporate into your slides. But each one of these has been added to a slide ready for you to go. So you're going to create the elements, and I'm going to go through each of these 7 steps, but I'm going to go through them as one slide at a time for you. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to create the element symbol and name. So decide what you're going to call your element, and you need to place that symbol here, and then you need to type the element name here. Okay, and then you have to choose a value between 118 and 200 as your atomic number, and you're going to put that here for me. Okay, so that's the first thing that you're going to do. Once you've made that decision, now you're going to create isotopes. So we're going to pretend that your element has 3 different isotope versions in nature, or created. So when we look at this slide, this is where you're going to create your different isotopes. All right. So you know a couple of these pieces already. So your element symbol is going to go here. Now you need to create what's essentially the nuclear symbol. Your atomic number goes here, which you decided on the last slide, your element number. And then you have to decide the mass number for your isotope. So I'm asking you to go back and look at what mass number is. It should not be a decimal. Okay. So you need to go back and review what a mass number is and come up with a reasonable mass number based on the size of your atomic number. It's probably going to be big, so don't be afraid to make a big number. Okay. Go back and look at the practice that we did with isotopes and look at them. Okay, this is an easy place to start. You've got a 1.5 neutron to 1 proton ratio. So if I had 100 as my atomic number, that's the number of protons. I want 1.5 times that as my number of neutrons. So 100 times 1.5 is 150. For my mass number, I have to add them, and that's my first isotope. Then from there, okay, you create 2 more isotopes that are very close in mass, but not identical. So your atomic number goes here, and the new mass number of the isotope goes here. Remember, isotopes are the elements of the same, or they're atoms of the same element, and they're different by their mass numbers. So you're creating 3 different isotopes with different masses. At the bottom, you have to come up with their percent abundance. We did practice problems like this where we looked at calculating the average atomic mass, and we used our percent abundance. So you have to come up with how common, or the percentage of each of these isotopes. When you're done, they have to add to 100. All right. The first one has to be above or below 25. The next one has to be above 50. And then the third isotope is going to make up the difference. I'm trying to move this up out of the way a little bit so it's easier to see some of these other things. So this first one has to be less than 23% or 25%. The second one has to be bigger than 50. And then the third percent has to make up the difference so that they all 3 add to 100. Okay? Then you're finished with that slide. On this slide, now you're going to calculate the average atomic mass. We did practice problems, and you had a practice quiz doing the average atomic mass, where you take the mass number times the percent abundance and you add them. So that's what you're going to come up with on this slide. For the nuclear decay, you have to write a 10-step decay. Once you've chosen the isotope that you want to use from this slide, you can choose any of the three, then you have to write a series of decays for your element. It has to go through 10. So your first decay could be starting with your isotope. It undergoes alpha decay and gives you another atom. Then you take that atom, maybe it goes through a beta decay. So that's 2 steps. Then you take that product and maybe it goes through another beta decay. So you're going to do 10 different steps, just like the decay series we looked at earlier in the semester. You can, if you choose, write these on paper and then simply take a picture and upload it to the slide. That would be fine. Once you finish the nuclear decay piece, then you need to tell me your properties. Does your element fall into the metals or the nonmetals? Give me some element properties. They need to be realistic based on where it is on the table. Okay? But you can have a little bit of fun with it as well. If it is a really big atom, I will tell you it's going to be radioactive. For the electron configuration properties, okay, you're going to write out the long electron configuration, and then you're going to show me the noble gas notation. You can use OG as the noble gas if yours is bigger than 118. All right, that is a new element that has just recently been added, but you can certainly use that one as your noble gas when you write the noble gas notation. Then you finally need to create a periodic table block in which you give me the full information. Element name, element symbol, its atomic number, the average atomic mass that you calculated on slide number 5, okay, and create that and put it right here. Finally, the last thing that you're going to do is you're going to create a video. I know a lot of you are using Screencast-O-Matic for PE. That is fine. You can create a video from Screencast-O-Matic, save it to your Google Drive. Then when you're ready, you're going to be able to insert that video directly from your Google Drive into this slide. So you'll simply go to Insert. So if I'm up here, and I know you guys can't see it because I don't think I can, you're going to go to Insert. I want to insert a video. And then you see you get some options. If you go to Google Drive, you can pick one of the videos you've saved to the Google Drive. So create it in Screencast-O-Matic, save it to your Google Drive, choose it. Then when you hit Select, you're going to see that it's going to appear right there on your slide. Okay, so I hope the video helps to clarify some of the pieces some of you may have had questions about. If it doesn't, please don't hesitate to email me. I will also be online on Tuesday from 4 to 5. You may jump in there and ask questions. In addition, I also am available on Wednesdays from 10 to noon. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you've got a question. Thanks. Bye.